An Alabama father is now threatening to sue his son's school after the 6-year-old was almost expelled for using finger guns while playing cops and robbers. That's when you put your thumb and index finger in the shape of a gun, right? Well, the first grader also said bang, bang. Oh, no. That was seemingly too realistic for the school, and the boy was hit with a Class 3 major infraction under the threat and intimidation rule, according to the school's handbook. Incidents under that rule may include a threat to kill, maim, or inflict serious harm with or without the use of any weapon, explosive, firearm, etc. Joining me now is the boy's father, Jarrod Belcher, and his attorney, Mr. Reed Martz. Jarrod, there are a lot of things about this that are infuriating, but as a parent, it hit pretty hard when I saw that your son was required to sign on the bottom of this infraction form, the backward N, you see it, the misspelled last name. He's 6 years old. Is that even legal under any under any formulation of the law in your state for a minor to sign any document like that?
Well, for Laura, for clarification, the school district simply asked the young man to sign to acknowledge receipt. Although I agree with you, we couldn't reproduce the child's signature, as it were, for privacy reasons, but it emphasizes the point of just what an absurd situation this is when we're dealing with someone who can barely write their own name because of their age, and yet they're hit with a Class 3 infraction equivalent to arson or bomb threat, gang activity.
Yeah, well, my point stands. It's a signature requirement on an acknowledgement on a document that is recognizing guilt of some sort. I mean, that's what it is. I acknowledge that you did. No, I don't acknowledge anything. As the parent, Jarrod, just that aspect of this infuriates me. I'm a mom of 3 teenagers. They don't always do the right thing. But the idea that that would be part of this, give me a break.
Yeah, it infuriated me too. And from my understanding, he was actually taken into the administrator's office and basically interrogated, made to confess, and then sign his name.
So out of the presence, out of the presence of you, his parent,
correct.
He was brought in. I mean, a little boy, he's not going to know what this is. Probably doesn't know what the word infraction is. I mean, there are a lot of adults who probably don't know what the word of infraction is, Jarrod.
He was terrified, and rightfully so.
So here's what else is under the Class 3 infraction: arson, assault, bomb threats, burglary, drugs, explosive, firearms, sexual battery. So, again, finger guns. Does that fall within that group of infractions?
But any reasonable person would say no. But apparently the administration chose not to be reasonable.
Yeah, well, this was knocked down to a Class 2. I mean, I don't know what kind of school this is, but this is just
should be a Class
insane.
0.
Yeah, Reed, what are your legal remedies at this point, since it was knocked down to a Class 2? But the mindset here is all wrong for the defending your rights of your client. The mindset of the school is wrong, but is there a civil action possible still, given what happened?
Well, we hope it doesn't come to that, Laura. I mean, we've given the Board of Education an opportunity, a deadline at the end of this week, to do the right thing, to recognize just the absurdity of this situation of charging this 6-year-old. And by the way, I found out over the weekend that this is not an isolated incident. There was another similar situation last year where it wasn't reduced, that young man, another 6-year-old, still has a Class 3 infraction for using a water gun, exhibiting a water gun at an inappropriate time during the school day. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with.
Well, and meanwhile, people who are truly violent are often kicked from school district to school district, as we saw with that horrible situation in Parkland, where someone who had threatening behavior, was obviously a problem. He wasn't ultimately dealt with in the way he should have been dealt with, which was with the police. Jarrod, as a father, now you think it's good to stay in this school, keep your child in this school?
Well, here's the thing. Before this incident, we have never had a single problem with the school district, and all the teachers and all the staff have been wonderful. And my son, he really likes the school, so he would prefer to stay in the school.
I guess just
We're
hide your
hopeful
fingers.
that the school district.
Hide your fingers. I mean, you walk
Yeah,
around like,
that's right.
but then you could.
mean-
I mean, then it's your fists. I mean, Jarrod and Reed, we're going to keep monitoring this, but this is. The fact that this was even approaching an issue is disturbing.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.